In July 2025, a groundbreaking geological discovery in the Jijiaoshan region of Hunan Province sent shockwaves through the global energy industry. Chinese scientists announced the discovery of a hard rock lithium mine with an estimated reserve of 595 million tons of ore, containing about 1.44 million tons of lithium oxide, a crucial component in the production of lithium-ion batteries for electric vehicles, high-tech devices, and renewable energy storage systems. To put this into perspective, a typical electric vehicle requires about 17.6 pounds of lithium carbonate, and this mine could provide enough raw material for billions of electric vehicles in the future. This discovery is not only a significant step forward in terms of resources, but also presents a strategic opportunity, strengthening China's position as a leader in the clean energy race. What makes lithium so important? And how could this discovery help China shape the energy future, surpassing its Western competitors? Join Top 10 Discoveries Official as we explore how China is leveraging lithium, the white gold of the 21st century, to reshape the global energy future. Lithium is more than just a metal. It is the foundation for the clean energy revolution that is reshaping the world. As the core component of lithium-ion batteries, lithium powers electric vehicles capable of traveling over 300 miles on a single charge, enables wind and solar farms to store energy for continuous use, and supports high-tech devices from smartphones to drones. With the global shift towards renewable energy, lithium has become a strategic resource, often referred to as the new oil in the high-tech era. Analysts predict that by 2030, global lithium demand will reach 3.37 million tons, tripling from 2020 levels, driven by the explosion of electric vehicles and large-scale renewable energy projects. The surge in lithium demand is driven by profound changes in industry. Electric vehicles, projected to account for 35% of total global car sales by 2035, require vast amounts of lithium to produce high-energy density batteries. Energy storage systems, ESS, are also growing in importance, stabilizing the power grid when solar and wind energy are not available. For instance, a typical ESS with a 1 megawatt-hour capacity requires about 2,200 pounds of lithium carbonate, and countries are racing to deploy thousands of such systems. Additionally, lithium is used in high-tech applications such as batteries for satellites, military drones, and even medical devices like pacemakers, further increasing the strategic value of this metal. In terms of reserves, lithium is unevenly distributed across the globe. Chile currently leads with 9.8 million tons of reserves, accounting for 36% of the global total. Prior to the discovery of the new mine, China had 4.5 million tons, or 16.5%. With the Jijiaoshan mine in Hunan, China's reserves have significantly increased, surpassing Australia's 4.1 million tons to become the world's second-largest holder of lithium reserves. This mine not only contains 595 million tons of ore, but also valuable minerals like rubidium and tin, opening up diverse economic potentials. In contrast, the United States holds only about 1 million tons, mainly at the Thacker Pass mine in Nevada, with an annual production of just 5,500 tons of lithium carbonate, insufficient to meet domestic demand. The economic impact of lithium is crucial. The price of lithium carbonate has risen from $6,000 per ton in 2020 to $15,000 per ton in 2024, reflecting its scarcity and rising demand. This creates significant economic opportunities, but also presents challenges for countries without domestic supplies. The United States, dependent on imports from Chile and Australia, faces the risk of supply chain disruptions. For example, export restrictions from South America could drive lithium prices in the U.S. up by 20 to 30%, affecting the cost of producing electric vehicles and renewable energy systems. Meanwhile, China has built a closed supply chain, from mining to refining, allowing them to control prices and minimize risks. Geopolitical context further highlights the importance of lithium. Countries like the US and the European Union are working to diversify supply sources to reduce dependence on China. But progress has been slow. The US, through the Inflation Reduction Act, has invested $7 billion in developing domestic lithium mining and battery production. but output remains constrained by a lack of refining infrastructure. In contrast, China is not only ramping up domestic mining, but also investing in lithium mines in Africa and South America, securing control over the global supply. The discovery of the Jijiaoshan mine in Hunan is a strategic step, enabling China to reduce reliance on international sources and strengthen its role in shaping energy technology standards. In the global electric vehicle revolution, China has emerged as a leading nation, and lithium iron phosphate (LFP) battery technology is their trump card. Unlike the nickel manganese cobalt (NMC) batteries commonly used in the West, China's LFP batteries offer superior advantages in terms of lower costs, higher safety, and longer lifespan. An electric vehicle equipped with an LFP battery can travel over 250 miles on a single charge, while reducing the risk of fires and maintaining performance after thousands of charge cycles. This is why giants like BYD and CATL, the world's largest battery manufacturers, dominate the electric vehicle market with this technology. In 2024, China produced about 60% of the world's LFP batteries, powering affordable yet efficient electric models like the BYD Song Plus, priced at just $25,000, and the MG4 EV, which captured 12% of the market share in Norway, one of the most competitive electric vehicle markets in the world. CATL, with a 37% share of the global electric vehicle battery market, not only supplies batteries for domestic automakers, but also for Tesla, using LFP batteries in the Shanghai-made Model Y. To put this into perspective, CATL's Guangdong battery plant can produce 100 gigawatt-hours of batteries annually, enough to power over 1.5 million electric vehicles. In contrast, competitors like LG Chem from South Korea or Panasonic from Japan can only reach about 30 to 40% of CATL's production capacity. The superiority of LFP batteries lies not only in the technology itself, but also in China's closed supply chain. Thanks to their ability to refine lithium with high efficiency, Chinese companies reduce battery production costs by 25% compared to their Western counterparts. This allows electric vehicles like the BYD Han to compete directly with premium brands such as the BMW i4 or Tesla Model 3 in terms of both price and performance. While the United States still focuses on NMC batteries, which require nickel and cobalt, two scarce and expensive materials, China has correctly bet on LFP, leveraging its abundant lithium resources to produce cheaper and more durable batteries. However, the United States is not standing still. Companies like Ford and GM are experimenting with LFP batteries, but production capacity remains limited, with only two major battery factories in Michigan and Ohio, totaling less than 50 gigawatt-hours per year. This delay means that American electric vehicles like the Ford Mustang Mach-E, priced on average at $45,000, struggle to compete with Chinese models in the international market. With the advantage of LFP technology and a new lithium source in Hunan, China not only leads in production, but is also shaping the global electric vehicle battery standards. As the world transitions to renewable energy, storing electricity from sources like wind and solar becomes crucial for maintaining grid stability. Lithium-ion batteries, with their efficient energy storage capabilities, have become the core technology in energy storage systems, ESS, and China is leading the world in this field. In 2024, China accounted for 55% of the global ESS capacity, deploying large-scale systems to support massive renewable energy farms, from the Gobi Desert to the coastal region of Jiangsu. A typical 1 megawatt-hour ESS system requires around 2,200 pounds of lithium carbonate, and China is building hundreds of such systems every year. A notable example is the 300 megawatt-hour ESS project in Jiangsu, integrated with a 1 gigawatt offshore wind farm, the largest in Asia. This system, using lithium-ion batteries from Goshen High-Tech, can provide electricity to over 100,000 households during peak hours, minimizing the risk of power outages when the wind isn't blowing. Another project in Xinjiang, combining ESS with a 1.2 gigawatt solar farm, has set records for scale, storing enough electricity to power a medium-sized city for 24 hours. These systems not only enhance grid stability, but also bring China closer to its carbon neutrality goal by 2060. Meanwhile, the United States is falling behind. With only 20% of global ESS capacity, major U.S. projects are mostly concentrated in California and Arizona, such as the 150 megawatt-hour ESS in the Mojave Desert. However, these projects are much smaller compared to China's systems, and the U.S. faces challenges regarding costs due to a lack of domestic lithium sources and outdated refining technology. A typical ESS project in the U.S. costs 30% more to build than in China, making it difficult for companies like Tesla and Fluence to scale up. In contrast, China leverages its abundant lithium resources and suppliers, like Eve Energy, to deploy ESS with unprecedented speed and efficiency. China's ESS technology goes beyond just scale. It also excels in innovation. Companies like CATL are developing next-generation lithium-ion batteries with 15% higher energy density than the current standard, allowing for more energy storage in smaller spaces. These advancements are helping China shape the smart grids of the future, where renewable energy can be used efficiently and continuously. While the U.S. invests in ESS research through national laboratories, the deployment progress remains 3 to 5 years behind China's. With the new lithium source from Hunan, China is solidifying its leadership position, paving the way for a sustainable and efficient renewable energy ecosystem. In the race for control over lithium resources, China stands out not only for its vast reserves, but also for its advanced mining and refining technologies. In the Jijiaoshan region of Hunan, geologists use 3D geological imaging technology combined with artificial intelligence to accurately identify a 595 million ton lithium ore deposit in just a few months, a feat that other countries struggle to match. This technology, developed by the Hunan Mineral Resource Survey Institute, allows for high-precision analysis of geological structures deep underground, reducing exploration time by 40% compared to traditional methods. Furthermore, AI systems predict the location of accompanying minerals like rubidium and tin, doubling the economic value of the mine. China's lithium refining process is also a testament to its technological superiority. The Tianqi lithium plant in Sichuan, one of the largest in the world, achieves a production capacity of 55,000 tons of lithium carbonate per year with a refining efficiency of 96%, significantly higher than the global average of 85%. Automation technology and high-temperature reactors help reduce production costs by 20%, allowing China to provide lithium carbonate at $13,000 per ton, which is 15% lower than suppliers in Australia or Chile. The plant uses an advanced water recycling system, cutting water consumption to 500 gallons per ton of lithium, compared to the 1,000 gallons per ton typically used at Western facilities. Compared to the U.S., China has a clear infrastructure advantage. The U.S. currently has only 2 major lithium refining plants in Nevada and North Carolina, with a total capacity of less than 11,000 tons per year. The Silver Peak plant in Nevada, the oldest in the U.S., still uses technology from the 1990s, with a refining efficiency of only 80% and costs 25% higher than Chinese plants. While the U.S. is investing in new projects such as the Thacker Pass plant, which is expected to reach 44,000 tons per year by 2028, progress is slow due to a lack of expertise in infrastructure. China is also leading the way in integrating green technology into mining and refining processes. Mines like Jijiaoshan use electric-powered machinery instead of diesel engines, reducing carbon emissions by 30% during extraction. Waste treatment systems at China's refining plants also meet international standards, with 90% of solid waste being recycled into building materials. These innovations not only enhance efficiency, but also help China meet global environmental standards, giving it a competitive edge over countries like the U.S., where stringent environmental regulations slow down mining progress. The growth of the lithium industry in China, driven by the Hunan mine and advanced technologies, is creating significant economic and geopolitical waves worldwide. With the ability to control 70% of the world's lithium refining capacity, China not only meets its domestic demand, but also directly influences global lithium prices and supply. In 2024, the price of lithium hydroxide in China dropped 18% to $12,500 per ton, thanks to abundant supplies from domestic mines and efficient refining processes. This provides a major advantage to Chinese electric vehicle and energy storage system manufacturers, but also puts pressure on Western companies, where lithium prices remain at $15,000 per ton. China's influence doesn't stop at domestic supply. Companies like Ganfeng Lithium and Zijin Mining have made significant investments in lithium mines abroad, from the Manono mine in the Republic of Congo, holding a 30% stake, to the Salar de Uyuni project in Bolivia, one of the largest lithium salt mines in the world. These investments help China secure long-term supply and strengthen its position in the global supply chain. For example, a contract with Bolivia grants China access to 1.1 million tons of lithium carbonate per year, enough to produce batteries for 15 million electric vehicles. Meanwhile, the United States, despite having projects like the Thacker Pass mine, still relies on imports, with 80% of lithium carbonate coming from South America. The impact of this dominance extends beyond economics. Geopolitically, China is shaping battery and renewable energy technology standards. Companies like CATL and BYD not only supply batteries but also export manufacturing technology to Europe and Southeast Asia, creating a network that depends on Chinese standards. In contrast, the US is trying to reduce its dependence through the Inflation Reduction Act, investing $7 billion in domestic mining and battery production. However, with only 3 major battery factories in Michigan, Ohio, and Tennessee, the total capacity of the US is just 110 gigawatt hours per year, compared to China's 500 gigawatt hours per year. This disparity poses a significant challenge to Western countries. For instance, European electric vehicle manufacturers like Volkswagen and BMW have to pay 20% more for batteries due to the lack of affordable lithium sources. Meanwhile, China is leveraging its stable supply to ramp up electric vehicle exports, with BYD and NIO capturing 15% of the Southeast Asian market and 8% of the European market in 2024. With lithium from Hunan and international investments, China is not only controlling supply, but also shaping the future of the global energy industry, challenging the US's leadership in technology. The future of clean energy is being shaped in China, where an ecosystem of advanced technologies is transforming lithium resources into a driving force for groundbreaking progress. From massive lithium mines to modern battery manufacturing plants, China has built a solid foundation to lead the global energy industry. Advanced lithium iron phosphate (LFP) battery technology, large-scale energy storage systems (ESS), and highly efficient mining and refining processes have placed the country at the heart of the energy revolution. But what comes next? With strategic vision and massive investments, China is not only focusing on the present, but also laying the groundwork for a new era where it can set the global energy technology standards. China is committed to achieving carbon neutrality by 2060, a highly ambitious plan that requires continuous innovation in energy technology. To support this goal, the country plans to expand its battery production capacity to 5.5 terawatt hours by 2035, equivalent to powering over 80 million electric vehicles or storing electricity for 60 million households each year. This is a significant leap from the current global capacity, which stands at approximately 1.5 terawatt hours in 2024. China also aims to increase the share of renewable energy in its national grid to 50% by 2030, with new wind and solar farms supported by advanced ESS systems to ensure continuous electricity supply. One of the most promising avenues is solid-state batteries, which are seen as the future of the battery industry. Unlike traditional lithium-ion batteries that use liquid electrolytes, solid-state batteries use solid electrolytes, providing double the energy density and superior safety. An electric vehicle using a solid-state battery could achieve 600 miles on a single charge, compared to 300 miles for current models, and fully charge in just 10 minutes. CATL has invested $2.5 billion in solid-state battery research, with plans for commercial production by 2030. Initial tests show that these batteries can operate stably in temperatures ranging from -22 degrees Fahrenheit to 158 degrees Fahrenheit, opening up potential applications in extreme conditions, such as electric vehicles in cold climates or energy storage systems in deserts. At the same time, China is leading in sodium-ion battery research, a cost-effective alternative to lithium that's 30% cheaper. Sodium-ion batteries use sodium, an element 1,000 times more abundant than lithium, helping reduce dependence on scarce resources. Hunan Battery has deployed sodium-ion batteries for electric vehicles, achieving 2,500 charge cycles and stable performance in temperatures ranging from -13 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. This technology is particularly suited for large-scale applications, such as ESS for smart cities or urban electric buses. For instance, an electric bus using sodium-ion batteries can operate continuously for 150 miles daily, with battery costs only 2/3 that of lithium-ion batteries. China plans to bring sodium-ion batteries to mass production by 2028, reinforcing its leadership position in energy technology. Amid global competition, the United States is striving to catch up but faces numerous challenges. The Inflation Reduction Act has allocated $7 billion to boost domestic battery production and lithium mining, but the U.S. production capacity stands at only 110 gigawatt-hours per year compared to China's 500 gigawatt-hours per year. Research at the Argonne National Laboratory is developing solid-state batteries, but they are expected to reach commercial production by 2032, 2 to 3 years behind China. Furthermore, the cost of battery production in the U.S. is 20% higher due to the lack of domestic lithium sources and outdated refining infrastructure. For example, an electric vehicle like the GMC Hummer EV starts at $80,000, while China's NIO ET5 is priced at only $30,000, thanks to lower battery costs. China's vision extends beyond technology to geopolitical influence. By exporting battery technology and ESS systems to markets such as Southeast Asia, Africa, and South America, China is building a network dependent on its standards. This could help them shape global energy technology standards, from battery structure to charging protocols. Meanwhile, the US and Europe are trying to build independent supply chains, but slow progress and high costs are hindering these efforts. With massive investments and relentless innovation, China is painting a picture of a clean energy future, where it is not just a supplier, but a global leader. China is painting a picture of a clean energy world where abundant lithium resources, advanced battery technology, and modern energy storage systems converge to create a dominant ecosystem. From efficient mining to groundbreaking technologies like solid-state and sodium-ion batteries, China is not only meeting domestic energy demand, but also setting global technology standards. With plans to achieve carbon neutrality by 2060 and battery production capacity of 5.5 terawatt-hours by 2035, the country is leading the energy revolution, leaving the U.S. in with its 110 gigawatt-hour per year capacity and reliance on imports, facing a challenging race. But the question remains, can the U.S. catch up, or will China continue to shape the world's energy future? Who do you think will lead the energy revolution in the future? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit subscribe to stay updated on the latest analyses on technology, national strategies, and innovations shaping the future. Top 10 Discoveries Official will be back with untold stories, groundbreaking projects, and quiet revolutions that have a global impact. See you in the next video.